Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video today. So let's talk about balancing our silver stack. It's really easy to get off track, kind of lose focus from the real reasons we started stacking or our core futuristic goals that come into play. I definitely think that over the years that I've been purchasing precious metals, I could have taken different directions. And, there is several different factors that play in, whether it's silver's price, my financial situation, just my personal interest. But I do want to remain on track to allow my stack to be as profitable as possible with the most potential. So sometimes it is good to reflect and kind of see where our stack is headed. So when I first started purchasing silver, I was really into more poured silver, and later on it got into semi-numismatic coins. But at first I really didn't understand which direction I wanted to go, so I kind of bought a little bit of everything. Now, poured silver was one of my main focuses. I loved the design, but over time I realized that my stack was extremely off balance. When it comes to a silver stack, you want to have different types of silver because each type of silver has pros and cons, beneficial factors to themselves. For instance, American Eagles are a perfect bullion coin to store silver for cheap, for as cheap as possible, building a nice foundation, growing or accumulating lots of ounces, as you lower your dollar per cost average. You can accumulate a lot of ounces for an extremely cheap price, especially when it gets into generics and just bullion itself. But I also do want to have some coins that appreciate on top of spot price, protecting myself from spot price, just in case silver does stay relatively cheap for the next, 10 years. At least I could, make some profits on top of spot price. Even if spot price stays in the $20 range, some of my older pandas, kookaburras, even koalas could be appreciating, doubling, tripling, quadrupling in value. So having a nice balanced stack is extremely beneficial and profitable as well. Now, some people are just strict bullion stackers, and I'm not going to tell you how to stack your silver. It definitely depends on several different situations you're willing to take or you're willing to go or goals you have as well. I definitely think the more money I earn over the years, the more my income grows, the more diverse I can get into even other precious metals like gold. So I'm still trying to figure out the perfect formula. I don't think there is a perfect formula, but I definitely think that, making a portfolio, seeing the percentages, what percent of your stack is bullion, graded coins, even poured silver, is definitely going to be able to, kind of step outside of yourself and look at it from a realistic, fundamental point of view. And I think that's really important because I know how easy it is once you start, investing into precious metals, how you almost like the emotional attachment almost takes over and you start making irrational purchases and diving into certain categories that normally isn't up your alley, and it can be extremely detrimental to your profits. So I do want to talk about that today. This actually stemmed from when I was looking at my portfolio on AppMex. On AppMex, on their site, they have a portfolio that shows all of your purchases from AppMex, and it puts it in a category or categories, and it shows what percent is silver and gold. And it also shows all of your silver purchases or precious metal purchases on AppMex in a chart to show you, how much your silver was when you purchased it, and also how much it's worth now and how much you've made over the years. So it was a really important chart for me to see because it showed me, kind of where I'm at. You can also insert your own silver and gold coins you've purchased from other sites into the chart as well. So it's not only, coins you purchased from there. Not all of my silver and gold is in there. I do need to update the chart a lot. That chart was from, it's pretty old. I don't always buy from AppMex as well. I buy from several other places, but I do want to update it and kind of see, maybe that would be a fun video idea because, seeing it from a different point of view would definitely help me. I think it's really hard from a personal point of view, trying to really see realistically or fundamentally, what your stack is at. Now, I do want to switch up in 2020 a little bit. I mentioned this a little bit in the past on the direction I want to go, and I think that I want to focus a little bit more on balancing everything out to bullion and semi-numismatic coins. I know that can seem a little mundane, but I do have lots of different types of silver, almost to the point where it doesn't even look, you can't even tell if I'm a stacker or a collector or a quick flipper. So I definitely think I want to take my passion for coin collecting because I do love the design. I love the history of these coins. I love the stories they tell. It's not always about money to me. And since it's not always about money, I do want to kind of diversify and blossom into categories that are fun for me that I enjoy because buying what you like, you'll never go wrong. I definitely think that I have enough silver, enough foundation built to where I can afford to spend more money on some premiums and do what I want. At first, I wouldn't recommend that. I can't tell you guys how to stack. I wouldn't recommend that at first, especially if you are in this for, an investment. With any investment, you want to stack, fundamentally and realistically to your finances and what your goals are. So if you are, first starting out with only a couple of ounces of silver and trying to invest into the precious metal because the intrinsic value, it wouldn't be smart to be buying a $70 Krugerrand right now. You would want to focus on your base, your core stack, buying American Eagles or generic silver or whatever the case is. But I think I have reached a point where I do want to diversify and see what else is out there because I've kind of been stuck in this bubble where I only buy, the new pandas and I buy the kookaburras and my American Eagles. But I've been in that loop for a little too long, and I do want to see some other stuff that's out there that has to offer. I think the Lunar series is a beautiful set. I wish I would have started buying it when I first got into silver because a lot of these coins you can't even find nowadays. They're out of stock, and those coins appreciate extremely well over time. Also, they're extremely beautiful coins. I want to also stay up to date with the Rwanda series. The Rwanda series is a beautiful series. It has a lot of potential. Some of the earlier coins, even from 2017, have already tripled in value. So I want to stay up to date with that. But I also do want to focus on some other bars as well, some 10-ounce bars. I don't really have that many 10-ounce bars, and I think that's just because I'm so much of a coin guy that, anytime I'm willing to either buy 10 ounces of coins, 10 different types of coins, or one bar, I'm always going to go with the 10 different types of coins I could purchase, comparing 10 ounces to 10 ounces. So it's just some stuff I want to balance out a little bit. I'm probably going to make a chart. Maybe I can cover it in a video in the near future, kind of just going over the exact portions that I want. I also do want to get a little bit into graded coins, maybe even some graded Morgans. I know Morgans are beautiful. Constitutional silver has so much potential for, they don't make it anymore, the rarity. Also, if you can get some cheap Morgans right now in good condition, who knows what the prices of those coins could be in the next coming years. Morgans have way more potential than I think people give them, and I definitely want to take advantage of it while they're still cheap on the market. You can get Morgans for $25 in pretty good condition. So I definitely want to accumulate a lot of Morgans, even other constitutional silver at that, and just preserve the condition, keep them in capsules or, storage tubes or whatever the case is, preserve those conditions because as a long-term stacker in the next 10, 20 years, that could be a gold mine, no pun intended. Speaking of gold, though, I also do want to diversify a little bit more into gold. I want to go to a fourth ounce weights because I do have a lot of 10th ounce gold. I think the heaviest I own is I think it might be the 8 gram Panda might be my heaviest gold, but I definitely want to buy some more 10th ounce, stuff like that. I know gold's a little pricier right now, so I'm probably gonna hold off and keep a pulse on the price just to see where it goes. Because if I could wait off a couple months, I'm definitely more patient than I was before. If I can hold off, and get it for cheaper, then I'm definitely going to. I would rather go that route, especially because a lot of gold's prices, even the semi-numismatic coins, are extremely close to the spot price. So you can take advantage of a lot of gold coins for extremely cheap, and that's something I think I'm going to do. But I'm curious to see where you guys are at with your stacking journey. Are you newer? Are you more experienced? Are you, have you been stacking longer? Also, are you taking precautions to make sure you stay on top of your goals, or keeping track of, where you're headed? And do you have a portfolio? And if you do, what are your ratios, or what are you doing to keep track of it? And or maybe are you reflecting? Has this video kind of opened your eyes to reflect upon your own stack, and maybe you want to switch things up to get back to your core? I'm curious. It's really good stuff to talk about. I definitely think that this is really important stuff that we need to discuss some more, and that's why I try to bring it, to the table, and also, let each other conversate and kind of interact and see which directions we're going, because maybe we'll make some good points, or maybe make some good counterpoints that we also need to hear in the stacking community. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. Also, subscribe if you're new. I post daily videos. I posted another video earlier today. I know you guys will like that, so go tune into that as well. This was Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you guys soon. Peace.